Hey everybody, welcome back to Coffee
Sometimes tea.
with Jen and Marcelo.
Marcelo.
So we're going to continue our series, guys, and we're going to jump into
The next segment.
the next segment, which is the
advanced credit score optimization
and
regarding the bureaus. Now,
we're using
we're using
ChatGPT4, the paid version.
Paid version is
So you guys
$20. And the reason why we're doing this is so you can learn not just to know what the stuff is about, but how you can do research on ChatGPT to learn more about the subject of credit and finance. So as we're doing these modules and videos for you, we're hoping that if you're not already on ChatGPT, you can do ChatGPT 3.5. It's free, but follow along, do some research, and whatever you do, don't just start pushing buttons and going and get credit because you can. You got to safeguard. You got to know what it's all about, because if you don't, you could ruin your future through your credit. And what does that mean? If you haven't seen the other videos, we're talking anywhere from not getting the job, not getting the car, not getting the home, because your credit is so screwed up that you can't do anything.
Right.
And oh my gosh, what was it? I saw it was the other day, but it was like $30+ billion that people are paying in interest a year. Interest alone.
It's ridiculous.
That's insane. So again, we're going to be going into the bureaus and a little bit more information. We put in a prompt for ChatGPT to act as a finance credit expert in the credit bureaus and explain the following. Let's see what happens. It may get lengthy. If it is, we'll ask them to shorten it up and give it to us in the bullet points. Let's see what it gives us back. And yes, we're going to let it run because we want you to see how quick it can run. And then we're just going to stay at the top here and see what it says.
So
all right.
right there, advanced credit score optimization. Yep, involves, look at that.
Okay, involves what? Strategic steps beyond the basics. Practices of paying bills on time, maintaining low credit and card balances. It's about understanding and leveraging specific factors that credit score models like FICO, Advantage Score, used to calculate your credit score. The following is going to be a guide that incorporates this from the top three, along with the tools like Credit Karma and Credit Sesame, which we talked about
in the last video.
In the last couple of videos.
Yeah, so understanding credit score factors. So take a note of this, you guys. We want you guys to screenshot this, write it down. I don't care what you do, but all this right here.
Know it,
screenshot it, post it on the wall, post it on your forehead. I don't care. So every time you look in the mirror, you know what it says.
But what is it? So, what are you asking him to take a snapshot? What is it?
This is how the credit scores are based. This is how your scores are based. This is what they base on, the bureaus.
What are they basing on? The
factors. Payment history, credit utilization, the length of credit history, okay, which is basically the age of it, the types of credit that you're getting, and then any type of new credit. So payment history is 35%. What does that mean? Demonstrating the reliability of paying debts on time. So you want to be at 35%.
No. This is what your score is based
of.
This is, so you get 100%.
Yeah, but you want to stay at
okay, you get 100%, right? Supposedly 100%. I'm trying to do some fast math and I have tired brain right now. So 30, 60, 90, 100.
Yeah.
So 35% of your score is your payment history. Are you late? Are you on time? Are you in collections? Do you have charge-offs? And those last two, you want to try to avoid. Try to stay on time, and don't rack up your utilization, which is 30% of your score, based on. So you have a card that, and don't go after those little cards either. Come join us. Follow us.
We'll show you what cards to go after.
We have people in our group, in our school group. They know so much, and they can show you what to do, what not to do. You're going to want to join us. We have some really great guest speakers that really just blow up this industry and are able to say, hey, this is what you do. This is what you don't do, and why. But again, credit utilization. You get a card for $500. Yeah, that was a mistake. $500 to me, and maybe $500 makes a difference for somebody out there, and that's fine. But you're gonna want to safeguard it. If you're gonna use it, pay it off immediately.
Use that for gas.
Yeah, use it for gas. Use it for maybe going to the grocery store. But when you get home, the next thing you do is you have it linked to your bank account and you pay the bill. Make sure you always pay your bill. Don't just leave it on there. Don't do the I'll get to it next month, because you won't. Because now you have a debt. And then you do it again and the debt gets higher.
Right.
And then it gets higher and higher and higher. So what we say is, if you're going to use it to help boost your scores, build your scores, this is a couple of ways. We're going to go further to that in the school, but utilization. If you have a card, $500, and the utilization, what they recommend is to be between 10 and 20%. 10 and 20%. What does that mean? That means I can't use that card for more than $50, up to $100.
That's why I said you can't even use it.
I can't use that but for gas and food, because I know as soon as I get home, I got to pay it off.
Right.
And I got to do this for the next few months. And then they say about every 6 months, you can go back and say, okay, I'm proving that I have good rapport and I need a boost.
Yeah, good payment history.
Good payment history. You can go back to the card and say, can I get a line increase? But some credit cards won't let you do that for a year. You're going to want to know the data points. You're going to want to know what you're getting yourself into. And we're going to go further into that. History. Like we said in our last video, history makes a difference. We made the mistake of canceling two cards with like a 10-year history because we didn't want to pay the payments every year. Well, in the big picture of things, paying that payment was well worth it, because that gave us longevity. The moment we canceled that, it took our entire score down because of the history. It was only 15%, but it did make it made a difference. It made a difference, and it brought our history of the average history of all of our cards down. And we're going to do a deep dive on that, because you're probably going, I don't understand that. We didn't either. And then we learned very quickly what that was all about.
We'll get into it.
The other thing, last thing, new credit.
That hurts too, guys.
That hurts. You don't.
How many new accounts have you opened? How many new credit cards did you get?
Did you know that the three bureaus, not all credit cards are pulled across equally. There's a set of cards that pull only from TransUnion. There's another set of banks and their cards that pull on Experian, and then another set of banks and cards. And there's a method. We didn't know this, but we'll go further, and that's pretty exciting stuff. And it could be a good plan and a good path for you to go from personal credit to then build yourself into a business credit. Again, this is a little bit more on the advanced level. We'll be going over in a workshop here soon. We hope to see you there and join us. Okay, going on into... It's a good segue into join us into our class. So we've got join the class. Yeah, absolutely. We've got a free school class. Go ahead. We have a free school community, which we teach deep into this. We have one free, it's all free, but it's one live session, is what I meant to say. Well, we're gonna be having live sessions. Yeah, over all this, guys. And depending on what your needs are, right now we're looking at maybe once a week or once every other week. It could come up to 2 or 3 times a week. Who knows? It just depends on what's going on, the trends, things like that. But we want to at least be able to bring you 1 or 2 a month that you can join us live, and then we'll record it so that way if you can't make it on your busy schedule, that's okay. Just watch the video, and don't forget to comment and like below. So moving along. Yep, diversify. Are we going to? We're just we got to go up to optimize. Okay. So now we're in optimize, right? I was just going to skip right through there, but So what is optimization, right? Yeah. This is what we were talking about earlier. That's what we were just talking about. That 30%. Keep your scores closer to 10, no more than 30%. Correct. Monitor your credit. That's a big one. That's what I was trying to get to. So you want to monitor your credit. So
the one, I mean, look, you've got a free one you can use, which is Credit Karma. You also have ones you can pay for as well. That monitor. They give you, hey, you know what? You're at this utilization. You spent this much, whatever. Blah blah blah.
It's going to tell you, and it's going to alert you.
It does a really good job. Some of them are $20, some are $40. So we'll let you know what those are.
We're going to put one in the link below. And it may or may not have an affiliate link. If it is, then we'll get a referral. Thank you. And again,
if not, it's free. It's free.
Otherwise, there's the free versions for you. But again,
you guys can call the bureaus too. You guys, you know that
you can.
So you can call the bureaus individually.
Not call them. Go online.
Sorry, you can go online.
Go to Experian. What you would want to do is actually you would want to go to Experian, and Experian will actually bring up the other two, and Correct. Then through their platform you're able to go. And we can show you a little bit later what that's all about. But monitor your credit, understand, and the diversification of your credit mix, like we're saying, from loans to secured credit cards to unsecured. It just depends on what's going to make sense for you, your plan, and what you want to do with it when you get it. So make sure you join us. We're going to go further in depth about all of that, what it's all about. And was there another one? Okay.
Disputing. We can get into that too as well. Dispute errors on your credit report. We're just going to touch this really quick. Go real fast about it. When you
because we're going to be going more in depth on this later. So
consider the age of your credit accounts, which we've talked about in the
and following the bureaus through the services.
And here they are, right there.
And when it comes to disputing, we're going to talk about that. We're going to have a whole session on this, and we're going to probably invite some of our other ambassadors to join us from our school group that really can deep dive and explain to you why.
Yep.
And why
we're not. We're not the experts. They are.
we're just trying to show you why use ChatGPT and help you be able to figure out. This is a blueprint. This entire segment here, we asked it a simple question, and this is what it's giving us. Dispute, age, follow, stay informed, and then the resources. This is everything that you need.
Annualcreditreport.com. That's a good one, actually.
And we're going to do is we'll download this, put it in a PDF. You can download the notes, and you can have this for yourself. Or you can go to ChatGPT and just put in the prompts that we rewind, copy, and then paste it in. But again, these are just a couple things that we want for you. And then we're going to deep dive, continue on in the series. We hope to see you again soon. So cheers to you. And
thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us here at Coffee.
Sometimes tea, y'all. Good night.